has been 5 months since I have vlogged. Are you joking? 5 months? I don't know where the time goes. I don't know how this happened, but it has been a long time and I felt like vlogging. So here we are. It's Wednesday, my dudes. Andrew is traveling for work over the next like 2 days, so I have the house to myself, and I was feeling rusty when it comes to vlogging, and I was like, I need you out of the house in order to vlog and be my weird self in front of my camera. So I thought it was an opportune time. So we're here on a Wednesday. I just felt like chatting with y'all. I felt like catching up and talking about all my favorite subjects, of course, diamond painting, books, cozy hobbies, work, life. We're just gonna catch up. Let me know in the comments below how you're doing. Let me know what has been the best thing that has happened to you over the last 5 months, because it's been a while. It's been that long. Have I mentioned that it's been 5 months? I just got done with work. It is 4:14. I think I had like 6 different meetings today. I am very glad that it's the end of my day. But I'm excited because this evening my bestie Claudia is coming over and we're gonna have a cozy coloring night in my living room and we're gonna catch up. I haven't seen Claudia in maybe a little bit more than a month, so I'm excited for a little girls' night. I need to run to the store because I don't really have any like fun food for us to eat, and I always love having just like a little spread of something. So that's what we're gonna go do. We're gonna go to the store and get ready for a little cozy girls coloring night in. Also say hello to Scout. He's doing well. He's just relaxing, listening to all my meetings today. Cutest coworker ever. Before I go to the store though, I got a package from Olive and June. Love their press-on nails. I thought I would show y'all what I got. Ooh, I'm so excited. Ooh, these are cute. Okay, starting with these, I have gotten these before. This is a repurchase because these nails are stunning. This is like a velvet nail. I hope you can kind of see. I got some more velvet though because I just really like the velvet look. This is called HZ velvet and this is a short style. These look really similar. These are a little bit more brown or like taupe. These ones are gorgeous. This is again a short style. I wish they had like a name on here so I could tell y'all what the name is, but it's not, I'm not seeing a name. These are beautiful, again, like kind of like a rose gold, and there's a star pattern on the nails, if you can see that. These are called Blush Syrup Gradient. So these ones actually did have a name, and this is another short style. I really like these two. And then these ones are so pretty too. These are really simple, but this is a very Zoe design. Like I love this. This is called Soft Silver Foil Stars. And these are also stars. They're like they're way smaller than the last star design. I think I got all 5 of these for $50. I think was like 5 for $50. Highly recommend. Let me know if you like fake nails or press-on nails. I don't have a lot of friends who do press-ons, so let me know. Okay, now we really have to go to the store. Hi, Binks. How are you? You had to say hello to everyone. You're getting so big. What? What are you doing? Say, I am doing so well. I am a little mischief maker. I get into everything. But I am baby. And we love him so much. Absolutely obsessed with Banks. He has the cutest and funniest and most rambunctious personality. And he's just so great. We love him. It's been over a year now since we've had him, which is so wild to think. He is such a blessing. Okay, I'm really going to the store now. I did not go to the store. Claudia's not feeling well, so we have to do it a different night. That's okay. We're gonna hang out on Friday, which will be just as fun, and she'll be feeling better, which is good. I have instead spent the evening by myself, which is lovely. I think I'm gonna do my nails with the remaining hours of my evening. I also would love to diamond paint because I have not gotten a chance to really sit down and diamond paint this week yet, and I'm working on a really fun piece right now. So if I get my nails done soon enough, I can also do some diamond painting, which will be very fun. I also went for a walk and I finished Middle of the Night by Riley Sager. I was reading this one and just so happened to finish it on my walk. So I was like, oh, this works out perfectly because I can now talk about it in the vlog. The new Riley Sager. We love Riley Sager on this channel. Always a good time. Great writer. I've loved his books. He's one of my auto-buy authors. Also, this cover, I mean, I know that it's like everywhere right now. This cover is so cool. This book follows our main character named Ethan, who is an adult moving back into his parents' home back in his hometown. He's later in his life, I think like 40s, and his parents recently decided to retire and go to Florida. So they left him kind of like the house. He's coming back to the house. And we find out early on that when he was 10 years old, in the summertime, he and his best friend were sleeping in a tent in his backyard. And in the middle of the night, his friend goes missing. And Ethan wakes up to a big like rip or gash in the tent. His best friend's missing and he's never been found since. It's been like 30 years and they still haven't found him. But now Ethan is back in his childhood home, and of course all of these memories are surfacing. There's weird things happening and the mystery goes from there. So I loved the nostalgia that I felt reading this book. Like, it's set in the 90s and it's summertime. And immediately my brain was like, ooh, I'm back in the 90s and it's summertime. I'm not in school. I'm having sleepovers with my friends, totally sleeping out in tents in the backyard, getting all spooky, scary ghost stories. Like, so much fun. So much fun. And I think this book did a really good job of capturing those vibes and like the essence of what it was like to live in the 90s in the summer. I don't know. It did a really good job doing that without making it very like hitting you over the head with references or anything like that. Like, it just captured like the essence of what that was like, and I really liked that. I would give like the mystery like a 2 out of 5 stars. If I had to rate just the mystery, I thought it was a little bit like, okay. I'm not someone of the mind that you have to be shocked and floored and like it has to be such a twisty ending in order for me to enjoy a mystery thriller. But I think I wanted this to be a little bit twisty. I kind of like Riley Sager because he writes like twisty books, and this one I would say was his least twisty. It lacked like a little bit of, I don't know, like zhuzh that his other books have. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. It wasn't bad. It was an enjoyable read, but it wasn't my favorite. I don't want to say it was my least favorite. I didn't really care for his book from last year, The Only One Left, but I liked that one better than this one. So I don't know where this one stands. I'm not gonna lie, but it's fine. It's Riley Sager. It was a good time. It was a good time. I can't give it a rating yet. I do want to plug though, the book that I read before this one was called Ripe, and it was so good. So good. It may possibly be the best book I've read all year. That's not saying too much. I haven't honestly been reading too much this year, but I loved it. It gave like such ominous vibes, and it's the story about a girl who works in Silicon Valley, startup life. Just like the craziest things happen that are fairly far-fetched, but that's sort of like the point. And as a person who has been in that environment, reading her thoughts and her going through what that is like and just having like the worst time ever. It was slightly depressing, but I loved it. Okay, well, those are my book reviews. I don't know what to read next. I need to find something to read. I'll see what's on Everand. Ooh, should I read Whalefall? That could be a fun one. Ooh, Gillian Flynn quoted this one. Okay. She said it was astoundingly great. Let me just read you the synopsis of this book. The Martian meets 127 hours in this astoundingly great and scientifically accurate thriller about a scuba diver who's been swallowed by an 80-foot, 60-ton sperm whale and has only 1 hour to escape before his oxygen runs out. Say no more. We're reading it. We're diving in. That was a poor phrase to choose, but we're rolling with it. I think I'm gonna do that and do my nails and maybe some diamond painting. And we gotta talk about diamond painting. I'll get into that in a little bit, but we have to talk about diamond painting too. Finished my nails. They're probably a little hard to see, but I did do like the little ombre ones and they look really cute. I put on my nails and now I have a tummy ache. I've been getting like nauseous lately, like almost every evening around the same time of day, which is weird. And it's just this like painful, nauseous feeling. And I cannot figure out if it's like something in my diet. It doesn't feel like it is because it doesn't seem to matter like what I eat, but I'm just forever in the my body is against me always club. I am always sick or in pain. I hate it. I'm gonna try and push through. I rested a little bit after I did my nails and I'm gonna try and push through because I really want to diamond paint. And 2 nights ago I had like an hour to diamond paint and my tummy hurt. So I couldn't and I went to bed and it was sad. I'm working on this beautiful piece called, I think it's called Diana. It's so colorful and fun. Let me see. Half of it is done. So obviously this portion is done and the rest is not. It's giving like Lisa Frank vibes. It's so colorful. Such a good time. And it's this like girl and her unicorn. I love her. This one has been so much fun to work on. Should I show you guys the one that I finished recently? I will. I recently finished this one called Abundant Blossoms, I believe is what it's called. And she is gorgeous too. It's so funny because this is one that Diamond Art Club sent me to do a sneak peek of somewhat recently. And I like this art. This wasn't like top of my list to do, but I actually had Andrew pick out my next diamond painting to work on. And he's like, I think you should do this one. And I was like, oh, okay. And I had so much fun working on her. I finished her so quickly, had the best time. It was so great. I loved it. I'm going to stay up for another hour. I'm going to get this book started, Whalefall. I'm very intrigued to see how it's going to go. And I'll check back in once more before going to bed. Okay, I'm in bed. I'm sleepy. It's time to hit the hay. I've got Gilmore Girls on, which is such a comfort show, especially when Andrew is gone. I still try to go to bed at a reasonable hour when he's not here, but it's so hard. He's like the responsible one out of the two of us. And I am the night owl who will stay up forever past her bedtime if it was up to me. But I wanted to update on Whalefall. It's definitely interesting. It's about grief, about a son whose father has recently passed away. And this father of his was this like hometown famous diver, and that was like his whole life was like diving into the ocean and exploring the depths of the ocean. The dad gets cancer and he ends up ending his own life by jumping into the ocean and never being seen again, apparently. That's not funny. I don't know why I'm laughing. It's a very interesting concept and one I wasn't expecting, but this is what has happened for the first like 30 minutes of the book. And I don't think I'm spoiling anything because I'm pretty sure that's all in the synopsis as well. So the son is diving into the ocean to try and find his father's remains. I think it's like 3 months after this happened. And I find it slightly metaphorical. He's like diving into the ocean to explore the ocean and find his father. And he's also sort of exploring, I think, his grief. He has a very complicated relationship with his father. So it's been interesting because woven throughout the story of him diving and exploring the ocean to find his father, we're also getting interwoven like stories of what it was like to grow up with his father and better understanding their relationship. It's not my favorite the way it's written, but we are getting more into, I feel like, the action of the story, so it's intriguing. I'm gonna keep reading it. But for now, I'm gonna hit the hay, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning! It's another day. Here is my schedule for the day. Start work at 8 every morning. I usually have the first few hours of my days free, which is nice to kind of get settled. And then I usually jump into meetings. I have lunch around noon, and I try to be done with work at 4 to 4:30. I've been getting better at it. Misha's here, being a drama queen and adorable as usual. Good morning, Misha. I was trying to remember what I last shared about work in my most recent vlog, and I think I shared that I was up for a director position. I did end up getting the director position, which is very cool. Also, one of the reasons I just haven't been vlogging recently, it has been a challenging transition. I have not dealt with this much imposter syndrome in a long time. And it really has been wearing on me a bit. Thankfully, Andrew and I took a vacation a few weeks ago, and that really helped reset my mindset a little bit and helped me remember that this is just a job. My identity is not in my job, and I'm doing the best that I can. Also trying to just give myself more grace. Like, this role is brand new for me. I don't know what I'm doing because it is new. Thankfully, the company that I work for, if there's any place I'm going to pursue something new, it's going to be here because they are so graceful, understanding, helpful, supportive. Like, really, I work with wonderful people. So I'm grateful for that, but I do feel such a sense of pressure. I was thinking about this a few weeks ago before I had vacation because I was just in a really difficult mindset, and I was just like, they picked the wrong person, right? Like, I was telling myself every day that I was going to be found out. They were going to find out that they picked the wrong person for this role, and they're at any second they're going to be like, Zoe, we messed up. It's not you. You're not cut out for this. And of course that hasn't happened, but I do feel a lot of pressure because who I am as a person, I don't feel like I am anywhere close to this fearless, confident, intimidating, like, leader. I think all of the classic, maybe like tropes that you would consider a person in leadership to be like, I don't feel like I am those things. I care about people and I care about my team and I lead with love and kindness. And I know that sounds so cringy, but my superpowers and strengths are things that are not traditionally correlated with someone in leadership. And when you're a woman in leadership, you feel like you have to be those things times 10 because it's such a male-dominated level within companies. And so I've just had a bit of this like identity crisis of like, I'm a soft person. like I'm a soft, gooey, emotional, sensitive, intuitive person. Those are my strengths. Those are my gifts. And it feels so counterintuitive to being in like a position that holds a lot of responsibility over so many individuals. And it's really challenging to honor those parts of me and be comfortable not being a stereotypical leader, it's just been hard. And so like then I have moments where I'm like, why am I doing this? Like, how did I get here? You know? It's definitely been an interesting season of my life. I'm very grateful for it, and I love my team, and I just hope that, I don't know, I don't want to let them down, you know? That's like how I feel every day. Like I just don't want to let this company down, my team down, and I just want to do a good job. Okay, well, that was unplanned, but those are some thoughts, some work thoughts for me. My camera battery definitely died on me. I am back here with a little midday coffee break, check-in. I needed to step away, take a little bit of break, and reset, and I thought it would be a good time to check in. Also, look at how cute this mug is. The latest to my ridiculously large mug collection. Beyond. I love her. I got her at Home Goods, and I'm obsessed with the scallop bottom. She's so cute. I thought now would be a good time to talk about some of the stuff that's going on with the diamond art community, and specifically Diamond Art Club. I did talk about this last night when I was diamond painting, but I felt like what I was saying came out very unorganized, very rambly, and I wanted to have this come across a little bit more clear. So I feel like that was my warm-up, and I'm gonna re-share kind of how I feel about the ongoings and give a little bit more context. So I don't know how long this is gonna be. I'm gonna try not pressure myself, because I think this is an interesting thing to discuss and worth discussing, and it might be a little bit long. So if you're not into diamond art or diamond painting, and you're not here on my channel for that kind of content, feel free to skip ahead. That's totally fine. And if you are, grab a cup of your favorite beverage and let's buckle in and talk about diamond painting and the diamond art community, specifically Diamond Art Club. So I want to preface talking about this by saying that I think I have a fairly unique perspective on some of what's going on with Diamond Art Club in the diamond painting community. I'm somebody who created her channel in the book community first, on BookTube first, and then I have like slowly branched out into some more lifestyle things, still in the book community, and then also like dabbling in this diamond painting community. My niche on YouTube or creating content is not fully invested into diamond painting. I've definitely dabbled in it, and I have definitely enjoyed that. I love diamond painting. It's a hobby that I have really enjoyed over this last like year and a half of my life. But I feel like I am lucky in the sense that my channel and my presence online is not fully invested in this smaller niche community. I love being a part of it. Don't get me wrong, that's not a knock. I just think I have like a somewhat unique perspective in the sense that I don't feel as nervous to talk about this subject, because my whole like channel or online presence isn't like only diamond painting. I just don't have as many qualms about talking about these things, because I'm not really nervous to. I'm not nervous that I'm gonna lose followers. I don't really care about that stuff anyway. How that doesn't make me sound mean. My whole life is not YouTube and being online, but I also know that I am online, and I talk about things, and I promote things, and influence things, because I am here, I'm online, and I have a little bit of a following. So I know that there's like a balance of a responsibility that I feel like I do also have to sort of talk about some subjects. Before I talk about Diamond Art Club and some of the things that have been going on, I want to give a little bit of a disclaimer, because I don't know how these things work, and there's like legal situations happening. Things are alleged. I'll be sharing my experience, but just keep all of that in mind. I'm not a lawyer. I can't speak to the legality of anything that's going on, nor do I want to or am trying to. If you are not familiar with the current ongoings that is going on right now in the diamond painting community, I'm gonna link a video below by Diamonds and Thoughts. She did a video kind of just capturing the current situation, what's going on. I'm not going to break all of that down in this video. I will share a slight overview in that what is currently going on has to do with an artist who had previously licensed their work with Diamond Art Club, and this artist recently ended their contract with Diamond Art Club, as far as I understand it. They moved their work over to another diamond painting company, and I believe there's some discourse going on around the renderings of this person's artwork into diamond painting kits, that they're the same renderings or very, very close to the renderings that were with Diamond Art Club, and Diamond Art Club hand charts their renderings. So there's conversations around, you know, artists at Diamond Art Club doing the renderings of this artist's artwork, and whether or not that's legal, if that's part of their contract, all of those things. I don't know the nitty-gritty, but what I do believe is happening is this artist came forward and shared on their Facebook recently. Her name is Hannah Lynn, and she shared on her Facebook recently that I believe Diamond Art Club is suing her for doing this, even though it may or may not be part of their contract. There's conversations around like ethics involved, and this same channel that I just mentioned that did an overview of like what's going on also did a follow-up overview with a comment from Hannah Lynn that I thought was really interesting and breaks down her perspective of what's going on. All in all, it's kind of messy, and the legal things, the contract things, those things they're not for, I think, us to necessarily comment on, because I don't hold the knowledge or the insight to do so. I also think it's worth mentioning that this situation with this artist, Hannah Lynn, that's happening is also kind of coming on the coattails of more and more Diamond Art Club consumers, or people who have purchased Diamond Art Club kits in the past, are coming kind of forward with their experiences with Diamond Art Club's customer service, or in their Facebook group, or feeling like very shut down from this diamond painting company to express like their own opinions about their kits or their art or whatever they do. Some consumers will discuss how they feel about Diamond Art Club on places like Reddit or in YouTube comments or on Facebook groups or wherever, and Diamond Art Club has eyes everywhere seemingly, and has no issue removing those people from their Facebook group or shutting down their like Diamond Art Club accounts, removing their points. There's just been some really like not great stories that have come out from different people and their interactions, for lack of a better word, with Diamond Art Club. So there's kind of two things to keep in mind. I think it's not just about this situation with Hannah Lynn. I think it's also important to discuss the way that Diamond Art Club tends to conduct themselves as like a business with the people who are buying their product. Up until recently, I was an affiliate with Diamond Art Club. I had a discount code. If you use my discount code, I'd get a little bit of kickback in commission. And they would send me free kits in exchange for making sneak peek videos. You can still see those on my account now. I was really excited when Diamond Art Club reached out to me and asked if I wanted to participate in the affiliate and the creator like program with them. I have not partnered with too many brands in the past. I just don't have time to manage all of that and meet like deadlines for brands and things. But with diamond painting being a new hobby that I have loved so much, and Diamond Art Club being my favorite company to purchase diamond art paintings from, it was like a no-brainer for me. Like, this was the setup, and these sneak peek videos, they're not that hard to make. Like, they've been fun to make, and it was an enjoyable experience. It was kind of a dream come true. Like, I was like, this is really cool. I love this company. I love this hobby, and I'm super excited to participate in this. In doing that, they add all of their content creators to a Discord, and everyone is in this private Discord channel to sort of like share when they put out their videos. They post them there, and it gets added to like the Facebook announcement for the day before they do the new releases, things like that. So we're all part of this Discord where, there's some communication happening. It's not a ton, and it's mostly around these sneak peek videos. It's fairly like cut and dry. Hello, it's editing Zoe. One thing I try really hard to do on this channel is be as honest and transparent as possible, while also understanding the balance of this is just a YouTube channel and it's a slice of my life, a slice of my thoughts, fraction of my reality. And I also like to keep this space, you know, cozy, comfy, happy, but also honest. I've always been someone who is kind of an open book, someone who is honestly very okay with being vulnerable and transparent with her feelings. And as I was editing this video last night and editing this section where I talked about my experience with Diamond Art Club, after I was editing, I went to bed, and all night I just felt a sort of like stirring in my spirit of this conversation kind of weighing on me. And as I went back again to edit this morning, I felt more and more so that I was divulging details and information that was unnecessary to the conversation. And I think I want to do a better job summarizing, not in detail what happened, because not that it doesn't matter, but I'm also not trying to stir the pot. My intention with discussing this is to have a healthy conversation around it. It's not to stir the pot or cause drama or hurt anyone. So the reason I'm resharing some of this in my editing process is because I want to be a little bit more selective with what I'm saying. So what I was sharing about was the fact that I no longer am an affiliate with Diamond Art Club. The reason I am no longer an affiliate with Diamond Art Club, to put it very plainly, is that when I was a content creator with Diamond Art Club and I was in their Discord channel with them and other content creators, there's a situation that happened that caused some conversations to ensue, and these conversations made me feel uncomfortable. I felt that the conversations were unprofessional, and I felt that having the conversations that were being had with the content creators was an unfair place to put the content creators, the sneak peek creators. I felt uncomfortable with it. I'm not angry at anybody. I'm not mad. I don't think Diamond Art Club is evil. I don't hate them, but I feel very disappointed and very let down by what happened that day and some of the ways that I have seen examples of Diamond Art Club specifically interacting with people who purchase their products. While this thing with like Hannah Lynn is going on and it's something worth talking and discussing about somewhat, again, like we don't know the contract, we don't know all the legalities or the situation or the details. What really drove my ultimate decision is the fact that I just can't and don't want to champion a brand that I feel sometimes in their actions is unkind to some of their consumers. And then also being placed in a group where I feel this pressure to have exclusivity and like blind loyalty towards Diamond Art Club is not something I also want to participate in. I think my biggest hope for Diamond Art Club is that in the future they could have more boundaries between how they interact with their, social media, content creators, their affiliates, how they interact with some of the customer support or like service situations that have gone on. I think they have the ability now to pivot the way that they are conducting themselves in some of these spaces to just have more boundaries. Like I said, let their product speak for themselves, and all of the rest that is like negative in their eyes is really just people having opinions, and people are allowed to have other opinions. I know this is probably coming across a little bit more confusing because I'm not giving as many details as I had originally planned to. But like I said, I don't know that me divulging specifics is going to actually help this conversation. But as someone who was previously an affiliate with Diamond Art Club and chose to walk away from DAC, I did want to share this for anyone who is observing or has experienced not so great interactions with DAC, and say to you that I also have seen that and don't like it and won't stand for that within the spaces that I choose to create on the internet. I don't hate DAC. I'm not advocating to cancel them or boycott them or anything like that. You have to make your own choices and decisions. But my own experience was something that made me feel uncomfortable and not great. And I'd rather choose to walk away now than later. And if it got worse, I hope the best for them and for their consumers and for people who really love their products. And I just hope that things improve. Maybe that's wishful thinking, I don't know, but it wasn't worth free kits or an affiliate code. And seeing some of the ways that they were choosing to communicate and conduct themselves within our Discord, and then also, like I said, observing some experiences outside of that too, that's just not something that I want to promote as heavily as I have been. So I hope that makes sense. We'll go back to pre-editing Zoe, but yeah, I think this conversation is interesting, and I'm open to hearing more of your thoughts and own experiences in the comments if you would like to share. So back to you, other Zoe. Sorry, y'all, my battery died again. I think there's something going on with my charger for my batteries, so hopefully I can get through this. I ended up going back to work, having lunch, and going on a walk. So now I'm nice and sweaty for part 2 of talking about this. I'm so grateful that I listened to my intuition in that moment, that I listened to my gut, and that I was able to kind of walk away before it all got probably even worse. I'm obviously not in that Discord anymore, so I don't know what conversations are happening, but I know based on experience that Diamond Art Club has no problem inciting commentary and discussions and kind of provoking this mentality of exclusivity to their brand. I kind of just feel like they want to monopolize diamond painting, and it's really strange and it's weird. I don't know that I need to talk about it anymore. I just wanted to sort of share my perspective, my experience, and also obviously share with y'all that you won't be seeing any more sneak peek videos from me. I don't know what the future holds, but I know I love diamond painting. I know I've enjoyed this community so much. Like, I've enjoyed watching diamond painting creators. I love the diamond painting creators. They're so talented and knowledgeable and so good at what they do. Absolutely gonna keep watching their content and rooting for them. Well, that was a long conversation. It is 1:45. I have a couple more meetings. Actually, I have meetings the rest of my day starting at 2. So from 2 to 4 o'clock, I will be in meetings. And Andrew actually just updated me and told me that he has to spend the night again tonight, which is such a bummer because he thought he would get to come home tonight. But he will once again be overnight for work. So I need to figure out what I want to do with my evening, but that's a problem for a later time. Also, real quick, I wanted to clarify that you will still absolutely see diamond painting content on my channel as I, try to make more videos. I still love this hobby, so that's not going to change. I'm still going to be diamond painting. I'm still going to be talking about all my cozy hobbies and my favorite things, so you can still expect to see a lot of that in the future.
Turning round robin off, not so much for like the T2s, because I've been kind of guilty of doing this.
Wasting time focusing on a section of what is unclear and then missing, because this also could be like the ability to be heads down. We can offload this to somebody else and It's just one less thing. It's one less thing that you have to like carry the mental load for. So hello, it's Thursday. No, it's Friday. I got sick again last night. I did not feel good. So last night after work turned into a bed rot evening. I did actually go for a walk. It didn't help, but I'm so glad I went for the walk. But then I came home and yeah, I just did not feel good like all night. I did get to listen to more of Whalefall while I was on my walk though. It's still a very interesting book. I did get to the part where he got swallowed by the whale. So that is crazy. I do still have 2.5 hours left. So I think I'll be able to finish that tomorrow, perhaps. But tonight, Claudia's coming over. Finally, we get to have our girls' night in coloring and girl talk and just hanging out together. So I'm really excited about that. Andrew is also on his way home. I'm really excited to see him. I miss him. What else? I do have a couple of hours left of work. I went on my afternoon walk and I was actually watching another YouTube video from Diamonds and Thoughts channel. She put out another video and it's titled "This is Important. Sorry if it makes you uncomfortable. Diamond painting community." She put out another video today and I have really been enjoying her commentary on sort of the situation with Diamond Art Club and like why it's important to talk about it, why it's important to have healthy conversation, healthy debate, respectful debate around this. And I think she's going about this in a very respectful way. And I am floored. I'm floored that there have not been more videos about this. I'm so shocked that like nobody else is talking about this. It seems to really only be her. But I wanted to recommend watching that video too because she talks a lot about why it matters to have these discussions. Even though for a lot of people you want to diamond paint because it's something that helps relax you, it's not stressful and all of those things, and that is so valid and that's so true. But there are really important reasons why to have these conversations and also speak up. And as the people who are the consumers spending our hard-earned money on something, it definitely matters. It definitely matters to talk about these things and have conversations. And she just talks about it really well. So I won't keep talking about it, but I do recommend checking out her videos. Okay, I think that's all. I don't want to keep belaboring the point or talking about it more. I'm sure there's, like I said, so many other things that I left out and could say, but I'll leave it there. I'm gonna finish out my work day and then we are gonna go to the store tonight to get some snackies for me and Claudia, and then we're gonna color and hang out and it's gonna be a great evening. Look who's home!
Me.
You! Yay, I'm glad you're back.
Thank you.
Did you have a good work week?
Chaotic.
What are your plans for the weekend?
Hiking, probably driving around the Tahoe and doing some cleaning and putting burgers and steak on the grill.
That sounds like a nice weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Claudia's here! We're eating snacks and soon we will color. We're very excited. For a hike. Happy Saturday. Hello, it's Sunday. We had so much fun hiking yesterday. We ended up going, I think it was 3 miles, and this particular trail is it's so fun, and it's also really, really hard in some places. It's one of those kinds of trails that's like, it's like you get a really good warm up for the first mile-ish, and then it immediately changes into like a steep incline up like big stairs that you have to really like step up into, and it goes on for quite a while. And then once you get up all of those stairs, you have to then turn, and it's like, but you're tilting, so you have to really like use all of your strength to not fall over the edge. There were definitely some more just like challenging parts. So it's like great warm up, and then all of a sudden your heart rate just skyrockets and it gets really like intermediate, and then it gets really like nice and easy again. So you kind of have a cool down, and then there's like some really unsuspecting hills. We also decided to climb up the observatory, which was really cool. So it was nice. It was a really, really nice hike. I got very sore, really, really sore. I spent the rest of the day doing a lot of like home projects, and then I colored and finished listening to Whalefall. This was weird, and I kind of liked it. I was trying to remember where I heard of this book as I was reading it, because I slowly was starting to realize and remember that this is a horror book, which I did not anticipate reading this weekend, but here we are. I get most of my horror recommendations from Mandy. Her channel is Mandy Morgs of Horror, and she also has a TikTok, which I eat up all of her TikToks, called, I think it's Mandy Morg 87, I think is her handle. I'll link her down below, but I just love her content, and I get a lot of my horror book recommendations from her, and it must have been from her. It had to have been, because I don't know how else I would have just picked up this book or happened upon this book. But yes, this is definitely a horror book, and I kind of forgot about it. Obviously, even from the synopsis, getting swallowed by a whale, that is a horrifying situation, so I probably should have put that together. But this is, I would say, like body horror, physical horror. It's very descriptive, him being inside this whale and trying to survive. It is literal, my friends. But I actually thought it was really, really well done. I didn't love the writing per se, but this really explored a lot of themes of grief between our main character, Jay, and his father, who just recently died. And throughout his time in the whale, he is recalling memories of growing up with his dad and kind of what caused their sort of like estranged relationship. And I think that overall, my take on it was that it was kind of a metaphor. As literal as the story is, it was also him grappling with the death of his father, their relationship, and his anger, and I think heartache for his father. So it was good. I don't know if I could recommend it. If you like horror, this could be something to pick up in the fall or whenever, really. But yeah, interesting one. Not usually my cup of tea, but I did like it. I don't know what I would give it for a rating, but I enjoyed it, I guess. Okay, well, I'm going to end the vlog here. Thank you all so much for watching. I know this was a little bit of a hodgepodge of a couple of days, but I appreciate you so much for being here and watching. Hopefully I can put out some more vlogs, you know, in the near future instead of months and months in between, but I'm doing my best between all the other things of life. So thanks for your patience with me. I appreciate y'all so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are, and I will see you soon in my next video. Bye!